What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Chuck here, up $1,076 on the day, and it is all thanks to chicken and beef. That's right, chicken and beef. But we'll get to those trades in just a bit. Out of the open today, I've kind of made it a plan recently to not trade stocks out of the open, and I almost ate my own words. So out of the open today, nothing really on the gap scanners, nothing really interesting to trade. CCR kind of popping up right before the market bell. So that kind of the chat rooms that I'm in, kind of we're watching that. Um, it's a China stock. There's been a lot of good news out of China recently, so you kind of can see the sympathy there for those plays. So out of the open, it popped up, and we're kind of watching it. And let's see, inside, where is it? Oh yeah, okay, we're over here, 1 minute chart. So pops up, kind of comes down, right? Then we're kind of looking for candle over candle right here. So popped up. This is typically what every stock in these low floaters been doing pre-market and then opening bell. They'll pop up pre-market, might be quick pop and then sell off. That's what they do. They just don't run right now. It's just the kind of market we're in, which sucks because the summer's coming up. So we're probably going to see this all throughout the summer. So this is why I'm not trading at 9:30. I might trade at 9:32 or whatever until a setup and a pullback happens, but 9:30 I'm just not trading right now. So anyway, popped up right before the bell, sold off, and we were going candle over candle. This area right here is what we were going to play. The break of that candle, so we were inside this candle right here, and as soon as it broke it or looked like it was going to break it, we were going to go long, and that's what we did. I got filled at 277, got the quick pop up to 86, and I got filled when I was trying to sell at 280, 3 cents, actually 278, so 2 cents, 3,000 shares, or $60. So got me on the board. I was happy for that nice little win. So HUSA, HUSA, was my next trade. This one, I'm looking at the daily chart, and this thing was a penny stock a few days ago. It was a penny stock today, and it went from basically 50 cents, and it broke out and went all the way to $1 today. And when it hit $1, it started hitting my scanners, and people in the chat room I'm in started mentioning HUSA, and I'm like, what is this POS company? Let's go check it out. So I went over to Yahoo Finance, put in HUSA, and just quick looked at the financials of the company, right? So quick view over here. You can see 3 years of stuff going on. They had $363,000 in revenue in 2014, and they lost 4.3 million. Same thing here, lost 3.8 million. 100 this is last year, $168,000 in revenue, lost $2.6 million. It's just like, come on. So then you go to balance sheet, right? And just look at their cash. In December 31st, 2016, they had $48,000. This is in thousands, so yeah, 2 zeros to it or 3 zeros to it. So $481,000 in cash. In cash. That's it. The previous year they had 2.1 million. So this just screams like they're trying to do an offerings and it's getting pumped right before the offering. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see an offering in the next couple of days, right? So anyway, it's a piece of junk company. There's no reason why. And to make things worse, it's an oil and gas play. Oil got destroyed yesterday because inventories were way higher than expected. And gas, same thing today. There was gas build that wasn't expected either. I think nat gas is actually up though for some reason. But regardless, they're an oil and gas company. Oil and gas has got crushed the past 2 days. Yet this thing runs to a 52-week high. Someone explain that to me, right? This piece of junk company out of Houston that makes no money goes 52-week high. You can't make any sense of it. So with that all in mind, I was going to go short on this stock. So knowing that just people are pumping the heck out of this, and I go to StockTwits, I do, I put it in and see, okay, everybody's bullish, 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 garbage people that have no idea what they're talking about, bullish, 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 new girls, I don't know what that's all about, bullish, okay, right? So you have all these people that have no idea what they're talking about. Yes, there was an 8K out on the company. It said, oh, look at all these great things that are going for us. Bottom line is, people, they're not making money. They're not making money at all. They're losing it. So ask yourselves, if a company's trying to do an offering, would they come out with some good news right before that offering? Maybe get that stock to jump up in price, and maybe they can get a few extra bucks out of their offering? I think so. This feels exactly what happened here. We had an 8K filed with a bunch of just fluff news, nothing groundbreaking yet. The stock's up currently 35%. Garbage. It was up 40% or whatever earlier. So anyway, I went short at a dollar. Let's see, what, 18 right here. So I went short at a dollar. I think we'd hit dollar and come back down. And still keeping in mind that, most people can't short until it gets over a dollar. So there's got to be room. And most people will cover under a dollar. So it just kind of bouncing around here, and it just didn't go anywhere. So I covered break even on the trade, hoping that this thing would eventually get pushed up by the pumpers, the dumb people going long on the stock, and I can get another trade on this thing for a short. And that's what happened. So finally, watching the 5 minute, you go candle over candle. If you're a long, you would go in this candle, right? And it went high a day, but only went high a day by a penny, and didn't rocket ship any more than that. So that was my sign that this thing's done going up. Okay, got the candle over candle set up on the 5 minute. It broke to the high, but only beat the high by a penny. So if you're long, you got to be thinking to yourself, well, party's over. And as a short, you got to be thinking to yourself, the long's party is over. So that's what I did. I went short as it was coming back down. You can kind of see that move up here for the high of day. Nothing happening. Triple, quadruple topping here on the 1 minute. And I went short at 101.5 for 3,000 shares at 10:36. Where are you at? 10:36 a.m. Right here. Okay. As we're curling back down is when I went short. And it came back up, tested that 105 again, got a double top now, and I feel really good. And then boom, selling happened. And that just kind of led to, my first goal was to reach the VWAP. And it broke below the VWAP, and I really thought it was going to just keep going, but it didn't. And I was going to play the first candle to go and break the previous candle's high, so we did that right here, and I covered. So I covered at 101 to 93. So that was a nice win for me. 8 cents on 3,000 shares, a couple $100, good win. If I had a cushion on the day, I would have loved to just hold this for multiple days, because I think this is going nowhere but down. It might get back over a dollar tomorrow out of the morning pump, but after that, it should sell off. There's nothing going on for this company. When it comes to the bottom line, this company is not making money. So anyway, I made a couple $100 on that trade, did well on that. The next one was Cat B. This one was a news play. You can see the volume right here. I heard it on Benzinga. They released preclinical data on one of their drugs that they're hopefully going to do phase tests on. And you got to remember, it's preclinical data, so it's not strong data. The stock is not going to $10. The stock is not going to go to $3. Just preclinical. They haven't even started the clinical trials on it. But preclinical trial data is enough to get a pop out of a stock, and that's what I tried to trade here. I got in kind of a bad fill at 142. It popped up, and I could never. The ask wasn't coming up with it. It was just staying at 142, 143, as people were buying. I'm sorry, the bid wasn't coming up. People were hitting the ask, but the bid wasn't coming up, so I couldn't sell into the bid. So finally, after moments, I was like, the news is out. It's not going anywhere. Time to get out. So I got out for basically a half penny win, which is probably enough to give me $5 on the trade. But I'm glad I got out, because as you can see, kind of just sold off from there. So TSN, this was a news play. Here's the news in print form, but I heard it on Squawk. WH Group is looking to buy U.S. European beef poultry assets. This was circulating through Reuters. So TSN, PPC, and SAFM are stocks that are either beef, chicken, whatever. TSN, obviously, Tyson Foods, chicken, right? So when I heard that news, I immediately came over to TSN and bought. I was watching kind of as a flyover at TSN. I look really quick. How much is it up already? Okay, it's only up um, 20 or 20 cents from when the news broke. Okay, that's plenty. The worst thing it could do is go down, back to where it was, and I'd lose 15 cents or 25 cents, I guess it is. Uh, or no, 20 cents. So the worst thing it is go down 20 cents, but I'd be out before that. So it's up only 20 cents. This thing's going to go higher on. This is basically buyout rumor news, right? So I went long. I took 2,000 shares at 60.90. Got a really bad fill, but the volume just started coming in, and I felt confident on it. And boom, broke over 61, broke over 61.20, went to high as 61.57, but I sold as soon as it hit 61.20. I really thought it hit that, come back down, and then maybe move up. But this thing just went really high. And but anyway, I took my 30-cent win on 2,000 shares, $600. That was my big win today on that chicken trade. And then I played PPC. Again, this is Pilgrim Pride. This is another company in that the same thing happened, when that news broke that, WH Group is looking to buy those companies, or, beef companies and chicken companies, whatever, assets. Uh, Same thing happened. They got a huge spike and then consolidated back. And I was watching TSN. I was over here on PPC, but I put TSN over here on my watch list. I just went, TSN, it pops up, right? So I was watching PPC, and I was watching TSN. If TSN were to take off again as it, curled, I was going to go long PPC because I felt TSN was the leader in this charge forward. It's a bigger company, therefore people are going to watch that to see how the smaller companies in the field are going to work. So as TSN started to take off, and I went long PPC, and it's also a technical trade. Pop up, consolidate, and then candle over candle right here on the 1 minute, and that's where I went long. Let's see, I got filled at 24.85, so we were actually inside this candle here. So I actually didn't even hit this candle. Went long 24.85. Again, I wasn't playing the technical play. I was playing what's TSN doing. I'm playing a sympathy play. So it just so happened that I got in kind of on the curl too. So TSN takes off. I hit the buy button. At that time, I'm watching it go to 25 on this guy. It got to hit 25 on the bid, and I sold as it was hitting 25 for 15. I got 25.01, so 16 cents on 1,000 shares. I thought I took more shares. I don't know why I didn't, honestly, but 15 cents is $150, so I was happy with that trade. I tried Yahoo. Yahoo had some news today, just didn't pan out, so I lost 4 cents on that trade. And oops, I tried PPC again, same thing. Watching TSN. TSN was kind of, you can see on the 5-minute chart, it's kind of in this channel here, right in this area. Let's draw a little bit better lines here. So kind of in that area, and I was waiting to see if it would break out, and finally it did break out to the upside. And when that happened, I went long PPC as a sympathy play. Went long PPC. You can kind of see here, it's not as clean looking chart, but again, I'm playing it as a sympathy play. So I went long PPC 24.76, got out at basically 24.80 for 4 cent or 3.5 cent win. Tried it again, basically break even. So that just brings me my total to $1,076. Chicken and beef did it for me today, folks. News plays is how I'm making my money recently. Just the market doesn't like anything else. Any kind of pops, it's selling off. It's just for the low floats anyway. It's just not a pretty market. So took my wins on chicken and beef. I'm sitting tight, up $1,076 on the day. Nice to have $1,000 day. It's been a while. Been making mostly, a couple $100 here or there. So it's nice to have $1,000 day. And again, news plays the way to go. I keep saying it. You gotta have these freaking news things in your ear, the squawks. I have Trade Exchange. That's what this is right here. This is the Trade Exchange. This is just their, you know, ticker. Every time one of these things pops up, I hear a little whoosh in my ear. But they also have a squawk, so someone's actually reading this news before it's actually typed up. And I also have Benzinga. And Benzinga, this is, I have it muted right now, but this is their squawk icon. And I'll unmute it. Maybe they'll talk while we're recording here. But they also have a, visual of the news hitting. And they also have a guy that, he won't read every one of these that you see out here. He'll just read, the big ones. And usually the squawk is faster than the type. So that's why I have the squawks, because seconds count. I mean, you look at TSN, right? If TSN, I heard that right around 12:07. I wonder what time it was typed up. Okay, so there it is. They announced at 12:07 there was a volume pop, but they didn't get you the actual news of what that was until 12:10. So the squawk told me at 12:07 what was going on. And so that's 3 minutes. So if you would have waited for the type, you would have been here. You would have missed this huge move, and I wouldn't have made $1,000. So that $1,000 right there paid for my another year's subscription, at least. I don't even know what they charge now. But the link is down in the description if you're interested in either of those news sources. All right, guys and gals, as always, link to everything I use is down in the description down below. I also have a Discord chat now, so if you have any questions about my trading style, feel free to come over there and ask them, or about any of the chat rooms I use, ask away. That's what that is for. Discord is free. You don't need to download anything if you don't want to. They do have a platform you can download, but they also have, the web version. You just click the link in the description and it'll take you to the web. It's just a really good platform to use. So, but that's all. And I don't think I'm trading on Friday. I'm going fishing. That's right. I'm gone fishing. So I will see you guys on Monday, probably. Take care.